Fourth Gate Podcast, Dimes and Molly here. What's up, you guys? Back with another Pretty Little Liars recap. Today we will be recapping Season 7, Episode 9, The Wrath of Kahn. Alright, so pretty much this episode is about Hanna's plan to set up Noel Khan. We also have Emily and Spencer find some information at Noel Khan's house. We have Aria and Jason. They come up with a plan to go to the, social service office to try to find some information there. So I'm gonna start with Spencer and Emily today. Okay, so Spencer comes up with this plan to text somebody or email somebody some fucking information, then they find out some shit happened at Noel Khan's house. Sorry, y'all, I won't really paying that much attention. So the bitches are like, yo, we need to go hit up Noel Khan's house and see what the fuck we can find. So they go to Noel Khan's house and they're rummaging through shit and they find a box with a symbol on the front, a familiar symbol that we saw back in season 3. They open it up and they find a Z drive or whatever the fuck it's called. They plug that in a computer at Noel Khan's house and they find some very, very disturbing information. On this drive, they see that Noel Khan was actually in the dollhouse and he was the one who poured the paint and stuff on Spencer. Spencer is clearly disturbed. Emily's clearly disturbed. It's just a really fucking disturbing situation. So, pretty much at this point, I was like, what the fuck is going on? Pretty much. I mean, if you saw my tweet, I was like, what the fuck did I just watch? Like, no, like, I still don't know what the fuck to say about it. Because it's like, not only, it's bad enough that you were a part of it, but you see Cece doing this fucked up strange shit to these girls and you not gonna try to help them or nothing. Like, it was real fucked up. So they get that information and they take it back to, Aria and all of them. Before I get to that, let me say what the fuck went on with Aria. So Aria decides to tell Jason that they did go to to Allison and his aunt's house, and basically to just tell him everything that's going on. Mary had another child, blah, blah, blah. So Jason is like, look, I'm gonna help you with this plan that you got going on, since you gave me that information. So they go down to the social services office, and they're trying to find that information. First the lady's like, no, but then Aria puts on her acting skills, and then bam, they get closer to some type of information. Towards the end of the episode, they find out that the judge of the person who like curated the whole fucking adoption or whatever the fuck was Noel Khan's dad. Everything else, the name, the hospital, everything else on the shit was blacked out, but they did see the judge's name. Bam. So back to what the fuck I was saying. So the bitches meet up, excluding Hanna, and they're basically just sitting around talking about the information that they found out. At the time, Aria hadn't found out that Noel Khan's dad was working and, involved in the shit. But she did tell them that she had went to the fucking shit with Jason and all of that. And, Aria wanted to see what was on the drive. But Spencer was like, look, I want you to see it, but I think we should all see it together. Try to hit up Hanna. They try calling Hanna. She's not picking up the phone. Spencer realizes, like, oh shit, she's probably trying to take on Noel Khan on her own because she felt like we ain't have her back, blah, blah, blah. So Spencer goes back to her crib. Everybody pretty much goes their separate ways. Emily goes to, what the fuck she go to do? I don't remember what the fuck she went to do, but Spencer went back to her crib, and this is where Aria went to go see Jason. Went to go fuck Jason. So now we got the shit with Hanna. So Hanna, throughout the whole episode, we see her pretty much, doing her plan. We see her follow Noel, and this is where we find out that Noel had Sarah Harbour. This is where we see that he had Sarah. I guess I'm not gonna be able to say that bitch's name today. Alright, so this is where we see that he had that bitch's phone. Y'all know who the fuck I'm talking about. So she finds that out. She comes up with a plan to try to meet him, then try to drug him, and who knows what the fuck she was gonna do after that point, if she would have got the chance to drug him. So anyway, she goes to the bar and she tells him, look bitch, I got the phone, it's over. You know what I'm saying? She tries to get him to drink the drink. He's pretty much on to her. Who knows how? Probably because he's a fucking deranged person and he probably knows when somebody else is trying to do some crazy shit. So he basically takes the phone from her, and immediately I knew when she was crushing up the pills in the apartment. I fucking knew. I said to myself, I may have even tweeted this shit. I said to myself, Hanna is a smart girl, but she gets ahead of herself all the fucking time. So this plan is not gonna go the way she wants it to fucking go. Hanna is smart. She just gets ahead of herself. That's the best way I can fucking put the shit. She stumbles over her own fucking feet because she trying to do too much or whatever the fuck. So I knew right then when she was crushing up them pills, I knew it wasn't gonna work. So back to after that shit, after the pills and shit, he takes the phone from her and he says some fucked up shit to her and then he leaves. So Hanna is obviously butthurt about what happened, which I don't understand. You going to meet a dangerous man by yourself. He could easily just fucking pop your ass upside the head, but okay. So, yeah, so, okay, let me go back to Spencer real quick before I tell the end. So, Spencer's at the crib, and she calls over Marco, the police officer. She's like, look, I need to talk to you. Now, in this moment, I'm assuming that she was going to tell him about the drive or whatever and show him what was on it. She didn't get a chance to, because she gets up, goes to the fucking kitchen, the fucking window gets blown out, then the door is put wide open, and then she sees a fucking shadow. She grabs a knife, and this is where I was like, yes, bitch, grab that motherfucking knife. That's why I fuck with Spencer, because she ain't sitting around looking stupid. She gonna grab a fucking knife and a flashlight, bitch. So, yeah, and then, like, 5 seconds later, Marco runs his ass in. And this is where I was like, Marco must be involved in this shit. I'm sorry, y'all. It was too motherfucking convenient. The time was too convenient. She sees the fucking shadow. First, she got the shit stolen. Then she see the fucking shadow. And then he pop in. It was all, like, in 60 seconds. You know what I'm saying? It was a little too quick, a little too fucking convenient for me. And then I'm like, they had to have had two people anyway, because somebody had to push in the window to get her distracted. Then somebody had to run in. And yeah, you could say, what, a tree pushing the window, maybe he somehow, nah, bitch. It was two fucking people. I don't give a fuck what you say. Marco was fucking involved. And I saw the PO after show where he was like, Marco does have secrets. And we know that the police fucking, the Rosewood's finest is always evil. 9 times out of 10, all the fucking police officers, even Toby's ass, all of them just, look, I'm moving on from that. So that shit fucking happens. The drive gets stolen, and I'm looking at Spencer like, bitch, are you serious? These bitches will never fucking motherfucking learn. They would never learn, bitch. So you telling me you had that drive for that long, you ain't make fucking copies? You didn't make copies at fucking Lucas's house? All that fucking electronic fucking technology shit that fool got, you ain't make no motherfucking copies, bitch. Then when you get to your crib, you don't make no motherfucking bitch. All she had to do was to take the shit off of the damn drive and put it on her computer. She didn't even have to make copies right then. But since she's so stupid, since these bitches would never fucking learn, I know I just called her smart a couple minutes ago, especially my bitch, I'm just upset with her right now. Even though, you know what I'm saying, all she had to fucking do was to put the shit on the fucking computer. I'm just like, come on, girl, like, that pissed me off. But anyway, so she upset, and you know, her panties are in a bunch. And her panties might actually also be drenched because Marco was standing right in front of her. And she's like, look, I'm scared. I need you to stay. So they probably gonna fuck. Now, back to Hanna. So all of this shit is going on. And Hanna is planning something else. Because we see Noel Khan. We see him going to his place. We see him get out of his car, and we see him look on the ground. On the ground, he sees Hanna's hat. So, in this moment, I'm thinking, what the fuck did Hanna do? How did she fuck up? And then out of nowhere, he gets hit upside the head. And that was the episode. I think once she hit him upside the head, she was like, "It's over, bitch," or something like that. But that's pretty much the end of the episode. We also found out that Ezra some shit with Ezra. So Nicole was not found, within the group of hostages, and I can't tell you that I was upset about it, because I was like, finally, okay, bitch, now bring your ass back and get your motherfucking girl, because that shit was just stupid. That whole fucking shit was just stupid. I mean, because they fucking wasted the time bringing Nicole even into the motherfucking situation, they had to close the situation. But see, if they wouldn't have even done that shit, see, I ain't even gotta finish, because y'all already know. So yeah, that was the episode. I thought the episode was awesome. It was good, but it wasn't good like the other episodes in season 7. The episodes in season 7 that were good because they gave me a season 3 feel. This episode didn't give me a season 3 feel. It was just good. It was good by itself. It stood alone. It was like Pretty Little Liars 2.0. It was like it was a season 7 episode, and it was good. It wasn't season 7 but seems like season 3, if you understand what I'm saying. It stood alone by itself, and I was happy about that. I was like, okay, much respect to Marlene King for actually putting together something good. I mean, shit, the finale is fucking next week, finally. So yeah, that was all that's all I really gotta say about the episode. I'm gonna touch on these fucking previews real quick, because the shit was fucking crazy, and shit was going so motherfucking fast in the previews I had to watch it twice. So shit is gonna be popping the fuck off next fucking week. Alright, so Hanna done kidnapped Noel and got him tied up in the goddamn room. And I'm like, bitch, what the world is even going on right now? Like, I didn't even think that Hanna, like I said, she's smart. I gave her fucking props, but she trips over her own feet. So I didn't even think that she was gonna get that damn far. But as we see, it doesn't get further than that, because once Spencer and the bitches get there, he's gone. So that's going on in the previews. And then we see Jenna. Somebody gave Jenna a gun, and I'm just completely confused, because I'm like, who would give a blind bitch a gun? I'm not getting it. No, I'm not understanding. Because even if Noel gave the bitch the gun, it's like, you an idiot, because she can fuck around and shoot your stupid ass, because she can't fucking see. See, this is what fucks me up about Jenna's character, and I said this before. What is it about this blind bitch that has everybody trusting her? Like, I don't understand. Like, she can't... Y'all, anyway, so they gave the blind bitch a gun, which was real fucked up. So now somebody, I think, gets shot, because we heard somebody screaming and we saw somebody on the floor, and somebody screams like Allison or something like that. You know, obviously the previews are not exactly as it seems, or what it seems, but I'm assuming somebody might get hurt. I'm hoping it's Caleb. I'm hoping Caleb dies. I'm sorry, y'all, but he's the one I want to die. I doubt if any of the 4 bitches are gonna die. I guess one of them could be hurt, but we saw that flash forward, so none of the bitches are gonna die. I'm just hoping Caleb dies. We also see that Kayla and Hanna finally hook up, and I don't really know how to feel about that, because we knew that shit was gonna happen. So it's just like, okay, finally. Trying to think what else happened in the previews. Jenna's involved with Noel, which is not a huge shock, but y'all, so does that mean, and I was trying to make this video short, so I'm gonna try to close this up soon, but does that mean that the person that was me and Jenna and Sydney and Mona was Noel? And does that mean that Mona knows about Noel? Questioning. Also, Mona's back this episode. I was extremely ecstatic to fucking see her. Like, yes, bitch. And she was like, Hanna, can you fucking call me before you fucking decide to kidnap somebody, bitch? I'm all here for Mona. I love her fucking character. Love her. Shit, it was something else I wanted to say about the oh yeah. So I guess we can conclude that Noel is the other child. I'm not sure if I want to conclude that yet, but I think the way the episode set it up, the way it seems, is that Noel is the other child. But I don't know. I don't know if I want to accept that yet. I feel like, yeah, it's set up that way. It's looking very much like that is what it is. But I'm like, I don't know. It's too soon for me or something. It's too soon. I'm like, okay, this is how it looks. But it could be somebody else. I don't know. And it kind of upsets me that it's Noel. Does it upset you guys? Because I'm like, really? No. Like, y'all really? Because remember they said they just picked some names out of a fucking hat. And that's who A was. So I'm like, bitch, y'all really picked some fucking names out of a fucking hat, bitch. And y'all got Noel. Like, bitch. Can't wait to review next week. I'm thinking about doing a live watch. I might do a live watch. I really might do a live watch for the finale. So I'm looking forward to that. Hope y'all have a good day. Like, comment, and subscribe. Alright, real quick, guys. I forgot a few things. So also throughout the episode, Paige's fucked up ass is back. And Emily can't seem to stay the fuck away from this bitch. I don't understand why, but she can't. She has a decent girl in Sydney, in Sabrina, but for some reason she can't leave Paige's ass alone. And I know Paige somewhat understands what she's going through, so Emily feels a fucking connection there, but I don't like it. I think Paige got something to do with this shit. I've never liked that bitch, and I hope she came back with AIDS. Now, yeah, also I saw in a separate preview that Toby and Spencer are gonna be close to kissing or some shit like that. I'm not here for it at motherfucking all. I'm not here for it. Marlene, really, bitch? In what world? In what motherfucking world? Please tell me, because it ain't this one that I'm fucking on right now. So in what fucking world do 4 friends from fucking high school have fucking boyfriends, and 5-10 motherfucking years later they still fucking in love with these boyfriends from high school and still trying to be with them? In what world, bitch? Because it ain't this one. Like, comment, and subscribe. If you fuck with this video, share, guys. Peace, y'all.